I practice mainly in the area of criminal defense, and that consists of anything from a traffic ticket in a local court to a misdemeanor offense to a felony offense, and in any type of court, be it the local courts in the towns and villages, or New York State Supreme Court, or federal court. If a person is charged with a crime, the first thing that they should be aware of is not to speak to anyone about their case, particularly with anyone in law enforcement, and they should reach out to an attorney as soon as possible. When a client comes in and presents me with the charges that have been filed against them, I like to explain to that client, number one, what the charges are about, number two, what the prosecution has to prove, and number three, I like to speak with them about, obviously, what happened and how I can help them craft a defense. Often successful in any of the courts throughout New York State or federal court, particularly with respect to being able to negotiate a favorable plea disposition. Oftentimes that's more difficult than it seems because prosecutors sometimes aren't willing to hear you out on a case. That's one of the reasons why I like to take time with a client and find out as much about them as possible so that I can present the best scenario to a prosecutor to try to obtain a favorable plea disposition. And if I can't, then I'm also adept at crafting a trial strategy that will hopefully help them win their case. What we do is, again, when they're in talking to me in their initial interview, I explain to them the different processes that they'll go through, starting with the arraignment, which is their first court appearance, and continuing through possible plea or a trial, and then sentencing if that becomes necessary. And I like to explain to the clients each step of the process and what to expect before they go into court, because I realize, although it's second nature to me, it's usually not second nature to the person that I'm speaking to, and I want them to feel comfortable with the process as well as with my representation of them. If they are charged with any type of offense, no matter how small or how large, to give us a call and let us sit down with them and help them determine what to do. No fee for the initial consultation.